The story of Robert Taylor and Barbara Stanwyck's marriage invites us into a spellbinding Hollywood mystery. Robert Taylor, the epitome of the silver screen's golden era heartthrob, was known for his suave demeanor and an acting career that remarkably steered clear of scandal. Contrastingly, Barbara Stanwyck, a powerhouse of talent, whose performances in films like Stella Dallas left unforgettable marks, stood as a symbol of strength and complexity. Their union was a Hollywood script in itself, a blend of glamour, intrigue, and hidden narratives. But was their marriage a heartfelt romance or a cleverly staged act? Factsverse presents, was Robert Taylor's marriage to Barbara Stanwyck a sham? Barbara, from Broadway to Hollywood. Barbara Stanwyck's path from a difficult upbringing to achieving Hollywood fame is a tribute to her perseverance and skill. Born Ruby Catherine Stevens in 1907 in Brooklyn, Stanwyck faced adversity early on. She became an orphan at 4 and experienced a transient upbringing in various foster homes. Despite these hardships, Stanwyck's foray into the entertainment world began on the stages of Broadway. By age 16, she had started her career as a chorus girl, showcasing her talents in the 1920s New York City theater scene. Her breakthrough came with the hit show Burlesque in 1927, where she caught the attention of Hollywood. Transitioning to film, she made her screen debut in Broadway Nights, but it was her performance in Ladies of Leisure in 1930, directed by Frank Capra, that established her as a promising actress in Hollywood. Stanwyck's career flourished through the 1930s and 40s, with roles that often portrayed strong, independent women, a rarity in that era. She received critical acclaim for her performances in films like Stella Dallas, where she played a self-sacrificing mother, and Ball of Fire, where her comedic talent shined. She was versatile, effortlessly moving between genres from drama to comedy to film noir. Her role in Double Indemnity in 1944 is particularly noted for its complexity and depth. She was nominated for 4 Academy Awards during her career and became one of the highest-paid actresses in Hollywood. Robert Taylor. Robert Taylor, born Spangler Arlington Brugge on August 5, 1911 in Philly, Nebraska, had a cinematic journey marked by a dramatic rise to fame. Growing up on a farm, his initial life trajectory seemed far removed from the glitz of Hollywood. He initially pursued a pre-med degree at Doane College, but was drawn to the arts, participating in college plays, which eventually led to a shift in his career path. Discovered by an MGM talent scout in 1932, Taylor's good looks and charisma quickly earned him a contract with the studio. He made his film debut in Handy Andy in 1934, but it was his role in Magnificent Obsession in 1935 that catapulted him to stardom. Taylor became MGM's most popular male star of the era, renowned for his classic good looks and versatile acting skills. His filmography is diverse, ranging from romantic dramas to action-packed war movies. He starred opposite Greta Garbo in Camille, showing his ability to hold his own against the era's top actresses. His roles in films like Quo Vadis and Ivanhoe solidified his status as a leading man in Hollywood. He was adept at both contemporary and historical roles, and his on-screen presence was marked by a combination of strength and sensitivity. He was not only known for his roles in front of the camera, but also for his involvement in the Hollywood community, including his controversial testimony before the House Un-American Activities Committee in 1947. Taylor and Stanwyck's mysterious marriage. The 1939 marriage between Barbara and Robert was a union of 2 of Hollywood's biggest stars at the height of their fame. However, their marriage was rumored to conceal their true sexualities, and it reflected the complex realities hidden beneath the glitz and glamour of Golden Age Hollywood. Stanwyck, an orphan turned Broadway star, was now one of Hollywood's highest-paid actresses, revered for playing strong, independent women. Taylor, MGM's most popular leading man, blessed with talent and looks, had risen to stardom as well. As an unmarried power couple, the press was enthralled by a romance between Stanwyck, often described as the Queen of Hollywood, and Taylor, nicknamed the Man with the Perfect Profile. Their exotic 1939 elopement in San Diego fueled excitement over a possible union between 2 major stars. Yet despite MGM's eagerness for a studio-arranged marriage to suppress gay rumors about both and generate positive publicity, Trouble emerged once the newlyweds were alone. Stanwyck struggled to transition from being an autonomous woman to a doting housewife. She avoided hosting dinner parties with Taylor's friends, whom she found dull compared to her own artistic circle. Her attempts to manage Taylor's schedule and choices frustrated the passive actor. One friend observed, quote, "She mothered him, bossed him around, and plainly embarrassed him in front of his cronies." As the novelty wore off, Taylor escaped into a string of discreet affairs. By 1951, after over a decade of emotional distance, Stanwyck asked Taylor for a divorce. Interestingly, despite later long-term partnerships, neither Stanwyck nor Taylor ever remarried. At Taylor's deathbed in 1969, a distraught Stanwyck had to be carried away, with sources stating he was the love of her life. So was their marriage a sham? The truth likely rests somewhere in between. At the outset, MGM orchestrated the pairing to suppress rumors about Taylor's sexuality, hopeful that matrimony would also tame Stanwyck's androgynous image. Stanwyck admitted the studio forced Robert into the marriage, destroying any chance for authentic intimacy. Yet clearly, some affection existed. Stanwyck, who had lost her parents at age 4, saw the marriage as an opportunity to build the family she never had. Taylor's passivity allowed Stanwyck's forceful personality to dominate decisions, a refreshing chance for autonomy denied most women at the time. Additionally, both nurtured each other's careers and maintained a mutual admiration for each other's talent and humanity. Ultimately, their fraught union spotlighted the disconnect between Hollywood's carefully constructed illusions and stars' complex interior lives. Like many celebrities, Taylor and Stanwyck made sacrifices and compromises under the studio system's control, including entering a marriage of convenience. But neither could anticipate how their bond would shape their careers and identities for decades beyond the dissolution of their brief, enigmatic partnership. Stanwyck never remarried. Barbara Stanwyck was famously self-sufficient and independent, yet she treasured her 12-year marriage to Robert Taylor as the romance of her lifetime. So it's telling that when the couple divorced in 1951, under the pressure of Taylor's infidelity and emotional distance, the iconic actress never wed again. She later carried a gold cigarette case from Taylor engraved with her face for 30 years after the marriage dissolved. Robert's smoking habit was ultimately his end. Smoking addiction tragically cut short Robert Taylor's life at only 57. He had smoked up to 3 packs of cigarettes a day since childhood, unable to kick a habit that ultimately proved fatal. In October of 1968, he underwent lung surgery after doctors detected symptoms of a fungal infection. But they discovered a far more devastating diagnosis: advanced lung cancer caused by his extensive smoking history. Now it's time to hear from you. Do you think Robert Taylor and Barbara Stanwyck's marriage was merely a convenient Hollywood arrangement, or did authentic affection bind them? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.